Yeah, very big welcome to you, my dear Aries. The sun is in Cancer, and when the sun is in Cancer, we recognize that emotional success, emotional intelligence comes with going towards the light. And so here, when we unite the 19, the 10 and the 9, we become a 10, the 10 and the 7, the 17. And the 17, that's Aquarius, that's the star, and the sun is a dwarf star. And in that stardom, we recognize everything is important to be able to be a star, an emotional star that has a star that can emotionally connect to the people. And then the 8 is left out of the 17, and the 8 is that infinite search for the light. The sun is giving the light to the moon, which is now in your sign, and as such I can do the reading through this connection. And we see that the 18 and the 4 is the 22, and the 22 is the Fool, is the 0. There are 22 major arcanas, but it's the 0, right? And so the Uranus energy that we're going to look into today is important because Uranus has moved into Gemini, and it's the last station of the 5 planets that have changed into new signs. And so we can here get the 22 a portal, but I can also combine the 19 into the 18 into a 9, the 9 and the 4 is the 13. Transformation, right? A transformation that brings forth you through a new perspective. And so this is where we are gonna look at. We're also gonna look, of course, at Mars. Mars is ruling you, and Mars right now is in Leo. And we're going to look at the Queen of Wands, and here we have a combination. We have the Queen of Wands with the Moon, Pisces above. That's between the 12th to the 20th of March. Is your birthday here? Then this combination is in the reading before this one, where the Moon is in Pisces. Then we have, of course, the classical Aries, and this we're going to do today. And that's when your birthday is between the 21st of March to the 9th of April. Here we see the classical Aries, right? And the Aries energy is clear. We see here the Emperor and the Queen of Wands. And then we have another combination where above is the Emperor and below the King of Pentacles. And here we see this combination is between the 10th to the 20th of April. Is your birthday here? Then this is your combi. And we're gonna do that today here in this reading. Back to the last reading where you had a second time Gemini, Sun giving Aries, Moon the light. We also had Jupiter in Cancer as a station and Saturn in Aries as a station. The Queen of Wands learned to be the star of love. King of Pentacles, do you have sleepless nights? And 2 times the 9 of Swords came up. We're gonna, of course, look at that. And of course, that's intense, right? The 9 of Swords, that's Gemini, so it's almost like you already noticed that Gemini is gonna play a big part because Uranus is in Gemini right now, and that's intense. That's the communications, how we communicate. And so in that, I want you all to know that I take a break of this channel. I'm not sure if I'm going to end it or if I'm just taking a break. I have a few things that are really important right now, and this takes time, right? Not only doing the reading, but then also cutting it, because I still do small little mistakes and I cut because that's just my style. and I'm not sure if I'm going to continue it or if I'm going to actually just take a pause. So just that you know, this is for right now the last reading that I'm doing, and then I don't know yet how it's gonna continue. So we begin with the Queen of Wands. She is getting the Two of Wands. And in the Two of Wands, we see that Mars in Aries is talking, and Mars is the Tower, and Mars is in Leo. And Leo is saying, well, are you having fun? Are you planning to have fun? Because this is somehow planning to enjoy yourself. The 2 and the 1 is the 3. The 3 is the Empress. What is coming from the Mother piece tarot? You get the Sun to the left. And the Sun to the left is pointing at the Queen of Wands. And so the Sun in Cancer is giving the light to the Moon in your sign. You are noticing that the Sun is saying something. The Sun is wanting to tell you something. Here we have the 19 plus the 3 is the 22. That's Uranus, Uranus in Gemini. And we see here the understanding that the Sun gives the light to all people. And here we see that the Sun is bursting full with light. We see 6 people of all colors. We see 2 animals and a butterfly. And we see 3 balloons. It's very interesting. So here's the 12 when we calculate all the objects together, and she is the number 13. And the 13 is a sacred number, right? Just remember that. And so here the 19, which turns then when we unite the numbers, or when you unite the energy of these 2 numbers, we get a 10, the 10 and the 3, the 13. A transformation is coming through the Sun and is saying, you are planning something new, a new action that is important in how you perceive yourself, right? Your personality, because that's what the Sun does. The Sun brings personality to us. Then the King of Pentacles is getting Saturn, the world. And the world is the 21, plus the 2 is the 23. Together a 5 appears. And in the 5 we see that human aspect in us, 2 legs, 2 arms, and a head, the pentagram. And so the world is challenging you because the world is in Aries. Saturn is in Aries. We are taking action. We want to take action financially with the banks and with the institutions, that this world becomes a better place, and that it's not just all about money. What is Saturn bringing? The 10 of Cups, which is Mars in Pisces. And so you see Mars in Pisces, right? The 10 of Cups, and we see Mars in Aries, the 2 of Wands. Completely different energy, right? Still, we see that Mars is taking action. Here, that the 10 of Cups is this happiness, and in this happiness we feel that the 10 and the 5 is the 15. We can make a career. There are countries that say happiness is more important than having money and controlling the world just as it is. Now here we see a 1 and a 0 as well, a 10 inside the 21. Right? And so you understand that the 15 then turns into a 6, and the 6 is self-love. You're coming into a deep self-love. Now what is coming from the Mother piece tarot? You get the Sun of Discs facing down. That's Virgo. And Virgo is here to let you know that if you focus in what you're doing, because you focus here on this one goal, this one error is landing here, right? And because it's facing down, it's saying, well, it's not there yet. So you need to focus clearly and strongly into what it is that you want from the world, because Virgo is an earth sign, right? And so what is it that we want, that we can do what we want to do? And remember here we had a 5, the 5 and the 6 zodiac sign is an 11. So these 3 creates a portal, and then the 10. Then we have 3 times the 1 and the 0, and the 0 is the Fool. So you understand that the world is needing your focus into this happiness, into this enjoying the life the way it is right now and making it a better world. Uranus is bringing you now the Fool, the 9 of Pentacles, which is Venus in Virgo. And Venus in Virgo is saying, well, Virgo was here with the 6, the 9 and the 6, basically the 15, career, focusing into the success, is not always making us happy. But we see that here are 4 and here 4 Pentacles, and the 5th is above, and the 9th is above this 8. And the 8 is always, I become a master, and then here the 9th is always the head, is this triangle, and then the 3, right? This is the Empress, and here the 6 is the self-love, and she's the woman in the garden that is enjoying herself. What is coming from Gemini? The Empress is coming. And look at that. She is here. So the roof is here, the 3. And you see the 9 and the 3 is the 12. And the 12 is then Neptune, which is in Aries. Neptune, we're not dreaming about it anymore. We are creating it. We are making a new world. And in that new world, we see she's birthing a new world. The 3 is left, and that's her. The 3, and of course always the 0. Now what is the Empress bringing? The Emperor is coming, and look at that. You see that? So he's looking at her, and he's fascinated by her. He's the structure, he's the square, he is royal, he is like, this is how we're going to do it, right? He's the form. She is the idea. The 3 and the 4 is the 7. The 7, that's the Chariot. That's the emotional intelligence that we find when we unite the feminine and the masculine. The 7 and the 9 is the 16. And that's, of course, Mars. Mars is saying, well, unite the masculine and the feminine. Then you are in your own garden, enjoying every moment just the way it is. And you understand why. Then Mars is bringing you the Elk. And the Elk is the ultimate father figure. The Elk is kind of like the Emperor. The Elk is the one that is calling into the 16 that turns into a 7. And the 7, like we said, is Cancer, is the emotional intelligence. Sun in Cancer is giving you the love. After falling down from this tower, right, we have here 1, 2, 3, 4 windows, and then 2, the duality, and then the 1 above here, right? And so the 7 is clear. It's like, come into an emotional intelligence, let go, and come into that father figure who's holding his intelligence here, also in the crown chakra. This is a crown. This is a crown, and here is the crown. What is coming from Leo? The 3 of Earth, which is Mars in Capricorn. So look at that. We had Mars in Aries. We had Mars in Pisces. And now we have Mars in Capricorn. And the 3 of Pentacles is like building something, letting go of things, the 7, and the 3 is the 10. A new chapter begins by you understanding that this is your crown. Doesn't matter if you are the King of Pentacles or the Queen of Wands. You are the king or the queen, and you build something with others. No matter how often things fall apart, you build it again. He's looking at this, but behind him is this project that he wants to bring into the world, and that he does everything for his family to make it happen. The moon is bringing you the gathering around, the power of community, the number 26, and here we get an 8. The 18 combined is then the 9. The 9 and the 8 is the 17. And the 17 we know is Aquarius, is the star. And the star has come up with the sun in Cancer, the 17, and the 8 is then left. And so the 17 is always that moment where we recognize that now that Pluto is in Aquarius, we understand it's all about our community. We cannot do things alone, particularly something like this, right? Building something that is monumental. And also the Empress, she is a 3. We need to build things together. And so here comes a really beautiful 3-3 portal. The Empress built something like this, and of course it's beautiful if she has support through the 4, through the male. She's the female. And so the 8 is left, the gathering is left. What is coming from your deck? The Page of Cups. And these are all water signs, which is Cancer, and then of course Scorpio and Pisces. And in this gathering we can become who we emotionally really want to become, because we have Cancer, Sun in Cancer, right? We have Mars in Pisces. In this gathering we enjoy who we are and who we feel like we can become. And that's what it's all about, that you have the type of community around you that is seeing you in its best place, and it's not bullying, it's not pushing you around, right? And so the 8 and the 3 is the 11. There's the 11 portal that says anything is possible. Just think about it and you can make it happen, and that community will help you to see the fish talking to you, that everything is talking to us, and in that talking we learning. The Sun in Cancer is bringing you the rain, and that's what the Cancer does. Cancer brings you fecundity, brings you the connection to a birthing of a new earth, the birthing of that seed that we bring into this world, that focus that is not clear yet, but the focus is there. Focus in making something happen. That focus that says the Two of Wands wants to create something. It's duality, right? In the duality, we want to bring masculine and feminine together. And that's here the Empress and the Emperor. That's the 2. So the 19 coming together is the 10. And here the 35 is the 8, the 10 and the 8, that's the Moon. And the Moon brought you the gathering, brought you the community where you can have this kind of interaction, this kind of beautiful growth cycle. And then the 9 is left, right? What is coming from Cancer? Justice is coming, and justice is Libra. And Libra usually is the 11 here in this deck. It's the 8. And the 8 portal is saying yes. Then we can build a new community. Then we can shine together. Then we can have the fun together, but also the fun that knows that there is a certain responsibility, that there is a certain cycle. The 9 pentacles and the 3 pentacles are 12 pentacles. All 12 zodiac signs have to come together and support that vision, support that, because the Sun gives all the light. Here are 12 objects in it, and she is the 13. And so you understand that the 8-8 is talking, right? That above our head is the star, the Earth star. So what is Libra bringing? Libra is bringing the Hermit. Virgo, bringing you the understanding that the 9 of Pentacles here are important, that the 9-9 portal together, then here's an 8-8 portal, and here's the 10. So the 9 of Pentacles and the 3 of Pentacles, all 12 zodiac signs, build something together. The 3 is left, and the 3 is the Empress that gives birth to that project. And so here we see an 8-8 and the 9. The 10 and the 9 is the 19 again, the sun that came under the Queen of Wands. And you see that then the 10 is left. A new cycle in the growth of egalitarian liberty and freedom is coming here to us. And of course, what is Virgo saying? Virgo is bringing you the 7 of Cups. The illusion of thinking we understand this world emotionally, but it's difficult because we have 10 cups and 7 cups is 17 cups. That's Aquarius. And Aquarius is not such a lovey type of energy. It's the air. It's the King of Swords. It's a little more, you know, technology. It's a little more that which we don't understand yet how they function. And it scares us, right? And it's the 3 here under Leo. And Leo is opposite of Aquarius. And so we need to bring Leo into it. Leo is the one that says, well, bring passion, bring creativity, bring excitement into it. And Leo is ruled by the sun. And so understand that here is now a 7, right? A 7 with the 8, the 9, and the 7 is the 16, is the Tower, and the Tower brought the Elk and the 3 of Earth. So you need to see these 3 cups, these 4 cups, the illusion, and sometimes we're holding on to things that we think are important here in this dimension. In the end, it's where we learn, but we learn to also let go. And so the 7 is left, right? The 7 and the 10 of the sun is the 17, and then it's an 888 portal. 3 times the 8. 3 times the 8 is saying, well, you understand now that the 8 is the gathering, that the 8 is that moment where we awaken to a whole new consciousness, to a consciousness that wants us to grow, that wants us to evolve. And in that evolving, we recognize that we become the 22, which came here with the Queen of Wands, right? The 1, the 3, and the 19 is the 22. The 22 is the Fool. And the Fool said, yes, we can be in our own garden. We can create a new world, and we can create here a new paradigm, even though here the 9 and the 7 is the 16, and then the 7 is left. The emotional intelligence is left through the Chariot. Chariot is saying, well, Cancer is saying, we are love. And when we love each other, then we can also grow and evolve and enjoy everything that this world has in store for us, even the young generation. And this is so beautiful, right? It's like you see that there is something new being birthed. And this is what the 5 planets doing that moved into new signs. And we have fire and air signs, right? We have the understanding that now we take action over the thoughts that have come to us. And in that action, we understand there is a balance, there is a harmony in creating new energies and a new world. Beautiful. So understand, a new world wants to be birthed. 21, the 3, the 3. The 3, 3, right? The 3, 3, and the 3. We build something that's gonna last. The 3 pages, and you understand that the 3 is up here, this one, the body, the mind, and the spirit. So I thank you very, very much for being with me so far on this channel. Let's see, maybe something new wants to be birthed. Until then, I thank you so much for being with me. Namaste.